En este momento, de manera simbólica, se le prende fuego a la figura de Trump. ¡México! 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 Abajo, 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 abajo. ¡Fuera Trump! ¡Fuera Trump! Vamos a quemarlo. ¡Fuego! 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 ¡Fuerte de Estado! ¡Que viva la anarquía! ¡Fuerte de Estado! ¡Que viva la anarquía!
¡Culero, muérete, ojete! ¡Fuera yanquis! ¡Fuera yanquis!
¡Que mueran los racistas!
¡Fuera yanquis de México! ¡Fuera yanquis!
¡Otra vuelta!
¡Que mueran!
¡Un saludo de todos los mexicanos a Peña Nieto!
Hello Natalie, good afternoon. We're right here out of the US Embassy in Mexico City and we want to ask you some questions. Can you tell us please first where do you come from?
Yes, I'm from New York.
Thank you. So what you've seen today, what are your thoughts on protests here in Mexico being organized against Trump?
I'm honestly very encouraged that there are protests here. I wish that it were bigger. I'm looking forward to coming back. I read about another one that's tomorrow, so I will be back here in the same place tomorrow. I think that in times like this, it's really difficult because there's this thing happening that we can't control. You know, I voted, and I obviously did not vote for Trump. I voted for Clinton. But right now in this moment, there's nothing I can do. He's being inaugurated right now. And so it really helps to be able to come out and share stories and meet people and talk about what this will mean for Mexico and what this will mean for the US and come together in solidarity. I think it's really important.
Yes. So about the US, how do you think people feel about Trump being president? Does the majority of people support him or don't?
No, so in terms of numbers, the majority of people did not vote for Trump. The majority voted for Clinton. It's our electoral college system that has elected Trump, but the majority did not vote for him. And I think that's important to know. I need to look back at the numbers, but the last time I checked, it was like over 2 million people was the difference. I think the sad fact remains that a lot of people did, and that's what's really frightening. I think it's frightening to have a leader who is racist and sexist and selfish and has a very narrow point of view that is excluding the rest of the world. But it's also frightening that there are a lot of people who support that ideology.
So do you think it's fair for us to be concerned about our relatives in the States?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. It's a frightening thing that right now there are people, for instance, one small thing that has changed is healthcare. And so there are people right now who have, you know, my friend has a child who's 3 years old who has cancer. And the fact that he has that now, his chances of surviving and getting adequate care and for my friend being able to afford that care are changing dramatically right now. So it was a very different story a few months ago, and in another few months, everything will change. So there are really actual, real, tangible things that are happening that are really scary. It's really scary for a lot of women. It's really scary for a lot of lesbian, gay, transgender people. There's policies that are being enacted. I think, honestly, the most frightening thing are his stances on the environment. And that's something that will affect not just the US, but the rest of the world. That's the hugest impact and the most terrifying thing, and something that we should be afraid of, not just for the US, but for the world. And that's something that the world's poorest populations will feel, the world's most vulnerable populations will feel, is the effects of U.S. policies on climate change.
Yes, finally, I would say we're also scared here as Mexicans. And I would ask you if you think we can expect to have some allies in North America
Absolutely.
in our struggle for justice.
Absolutely. I want the people of Mexico to know how many people in the U.S. are just as afraid and feel solidarity with Mexico. It's terrible. You need to know how many people are so outraged and so, just outraged. The fact that Trump has called Mexicans rapists, the fact that he talks about building a wall, those are things that are not going overlooked or unseen by the majority of Americans. It's terrible. It's not okay.
Thanks a lot for your opinions. Can you tell us your name?
Yes, my name is Natalie Whelan.
Thank you. All the support.
Thank you.